Hi, this is Westwood with FFB News. Today we have an incredibly special guest. Very, very special guest. We have the defending champion, Nicholas McMillan, owner
Yeah,
of the Brock Powers. Thanks for being out here today, man. I really appreciate you taking the time for me.
yeah. Thanks for inviting me on here. It's gonna be great to spread the word about my team. People might think I can't do a two-peat because no one else in the league has yet, but I wanna show those haters that I can.
Absolutely, absolutely. So today we got a quick little 6 questions I'm going to run you through. Starting off with the first one, Nick, you are the defending champion, but you have dropped to number 2 in the preseason power rankings. Do you
Yeah.
see this as a sign of disrespect, or do you prefer to play with a chip on your shoulder as a underdog?
Oh, I prefer the chip on my shoulder. Last year I was not the number one going into the preseason rankings. I don't remember exactly, but I think I was sitting down around number four, maybe. So number two, you know what? I'll take it. People know my team's better, and I've made some moves this off season, that have just continued to grow my team. But you know, so I'm happy where I'm at.
Yeah, and we'll definitely get into some of those changes coming up. Really excited to get into that.
Yeah.
I think I figured that's where we were coming from, and they say there's a lot to say about a powerhouse because we from what I've gathered from the league as the fantasy football's big J journalist. I've
Right.
gathered that a lot of people are thinking your week one opponent this week, the Motley Crew, is a powerhouse, but we've seen some powerhouses in sports before not go out and win that championship. So, leading the Motley Crew, your week one opponent, Motley Crew, the team you beat in the fantasy football championship. Is this a must win to protect your dynasty and make a definitive statement that last year's win was not a fluke?
Um, no, it's not going to be a sign of what my dynasty is to come. But yes, it is something that is going to motivate my team and propel us the rest of the season. Going up that week one against the Motley Crew, I think my boys are ready to show them like what they can do again. You know,
Absolutely. Um,
they can do it any week, but week one is just going to make it so much more special.
yeah, definitely. One reason I'm really excited to have you out here is we're talking to a guy who is fresh, hot, off the griddle, winning a championship. You have tasted success, right?
Yep.
Um, for some of our teams, I know we got a handful of teams in here who have not yet made it to the top, not
Uh
been
huh.
there. What would you say to them is more difficult, building a championship team from scratch, or repeating as a champion in a league where everybody's gunning for you, man?
Oh, definitely a repeat. You know,
Definitely a repeat.
yeah, because building from scratch, it might take a couple of years, but anybody can do it. Uh, two-peat, nah, people are gonna start making trades just to stop it from happening. No one has done it yet. No one has won it twice in general. So I think there are going to be some people that are going to prey on my downfall this year.
Yeah, definitely so, and it's definitely going to be a an interesting position if we do get to see a repeat, something that has never ever been seen before in the history of the fantasy fuckboys.
Hmm.
And you got to wonder to those guys out there that are still trying to climb that ladder, man. Now getting into a little bit more in depth about the Brock Powers.
Yep.
Who on your team do you believe is going to surprise people this year and become an unsung hero this year? Is there a player you're counting on to be a bigger role than people expect?
Oh, um, that's a great question. It's kind of a tricky question to answer too, because right now I got some heavy hitters, and I think they're gonna do what have shown that they can do. I got only like one or two question marks of just what they can do, and then a lot of just dark horses or sleepers. Uh, I mean, I'd love for Quinshon Judkins to, fill that role of just surprising people. Uh, but I think I got a couple guys that can really go off this year and show them why I've had them on my team. You know, so I don't put my faith in random people. I put faith in people that deserve them.
Absolutely. Quinshon Judkins, watch out, guys. That's the guy to watch out for. You heard it here first from the
Yep.
defending champion. We got Quinshon Judkins. We got a team full of powerhouses. We got some dark sleepers, some dark horses. But Quinshon Judkins, y'all watch out. Uh,
Yep.
Next up, we got how do you deal with a championship hangover? Is there a risk that you or your team could be less motivated or that you'll become complacent after winning it all?
Nah. See, my team is, they're not on my team, but they got the same mentality as Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. It's already out the window. It's come and gone. We're looking forward to our next one. It's going to be so much sweeter to get that second one.
Definitely, definitely. And leading into my last question, Nick, a lot has been made of this fantasy fuckboy championship rematch. Look,
Hmm.
but looking past this is just one game. It's just one game. The
Right.
beginning of the season is a long season. If we look past this right here, what is the long term vision for your team? How are you planning to stay on top of the league for not just this year, but years to come?
Okay. So right now my team's pretty young. They're pretty good players. So I'm hoping that they just continue to grow, get stronger in themselves. Looking for those guys on the waiver wires that are worth that chance who can really grow. I'm gonna try and look for some trades every now and then as long as they're looking good for me. But really, I gotta draft good. Everything keeps you is what you need. Everything is what you need to keep it going to strive for championships. It's not one thing; it's the whole thing.
Absolutely, and I think everyone, really should key into this interview. We had a great opportunity to interview a defending champion. A lot of great stuff out good over here. We get to dive into the mind behind the masterpiece of last year. Wonderful
Right.
stuff. Here at FFB News. We have a saying, and it goes like this: "For the people, with the people, we are the people." And first interview, I planned out these 6 questions for these 3 team owners very deliberately. I spent a lot of time on this. What do the people want to know? And first interview went fantastic. Second interview went fantastic. Third interview's gone fantastic. But the first interview, Nick, we wrapped up the 6 questions, and I couldn't help but think there's something else out there that the people want to hear. And it came up with a seventh surprise question that I think is going to be
Ooh.
seventh surprise question right on the spot. Wasn't typed down, wasn't thought of, but I thought it came out, and we realized this is what the people want to hear, and this is going to be a tradition here at FFB News. Is there one team out there? Is there one owner out there that you have anything to say to before this season starts?
Ooh. Okay. Um. You know, I'm gonna I'm gonna do the most obvious thing, and I'm gonna shout out my rival, Drew. I'm going to tell him that he is going to regret ever trading me Bowers. We are going to be rivals for a decade, and it is still going to haunt him that he gave me Bowers. I'm going to beat him every year, and he's just going to have to take it.
Just gotta take it. Lie
Yep.
down and take it. You heard it here, everybody. Nick, your defending champion, has one message to Drew, and that is lay down and take it. We're about to sign off here, Nick. I appreciate everything. I really appreciate the time. Just one
Yep.
last chance. Is there anything else you want to get off your chest before we close this out?
I wanted to thank you for the opportunity to be on this show. I hope I can be on this show again. Um, Drew, if I'm on this show again, just know you're getting shout out again. So I hope you're looking forward to rivalry week. because I am. And Reese, you're going down.
Well, y'all heard it here again. Y'all heard it here one more time. He is planning on a rivalry win later this season. That is, I think we've gathered that. And it was my pleasure to have you out here. I thank you for the time. This was awesome. One more time, this is Westwood with FVB News. Thank you. Have a good night.